So far, I get his Sixers a B+. What's good, Sixers fans? This is your boy Tone DeShields II, and y'all are tuning into y'all dose of Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. So, the Philadelphia 76ers have been looking very good thus far. We are about 6 games through the 2020-2021 season. And like I said, they look very good. I like the pace they're playing at. I like the flow they've been playing at. And they're 5-1. So we got to give them their flowers on that. Granted, their only meaningful opponent that they faced, in my humble opinion, have been the Raptors. The Raptors, out of all the teams we've faced so far, are the only playoff contender, in my opinion. Now, we played Washington to start off the season. Then we followed up with the New York Knicks, which we got 2 W's out of. And then we had Cleveland that third game, which we lost, which actually happened to be the only game Joel Embiid didn't play in so far this year. Then we had the Raptors, we beat them. Orlando, we beat them. And then the Charlotte, we beat them. So we have shown so far that we are beating the people we're supposed to beat instead of the Cleveland Cavaliers. But again, Joel Embiid didn't start. And I don't really like the drop-off from production from the team as a whole when Joel Embiid isn't on the court. I think we need to find ways to win without Joel Embiid in the event of. But nonetheless, I'm very happy with what I've seen from this team so far from a pace perspective, from a ball movement perspective. They've done very well. I really want to give you guys my report card through these first 6 games for the Philadelphia 76ers because, I've liked what I've saw. Joel Embiid has looked very healthy. He's looked energetic. He's looked very active on offense and defense. Right now, Joel Embiid is leading the team in points and rebounds. So far he's on pace to continue to do what he's been doing his entire career. Joel Embiid leads our team so far. Ben Simmons leads the team so far with in assists with 7 for the year, and Tobias Harris is leading the team in steals and blocks with 1.5 for each stat category. This season is going to be a big season, or needs to be a big season for not only, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, but Tobias Harris, who's actually earning the most money on the team. He has the biggest contract on the team. And he needs to earn that contract, in my opinion, still. He needs to show that he is a top 3 option on this team. So far, Tobias Harris has shown that he's able to put the points up, but we need him to do it on a consistent clip. Granted, the opponents weren't playoff opponents, in my opinion. The only playoff opponent we faced so far have been the Toronto Raptors, and that was a close game, a respectable win by all accounts. We were down early in that game. We were down by double digits, and we went into the fourth quarter, tying things up, and we took off from there. So I got to give the team respect. But Tobias Harris, this needs to be a big season for him. So far in the past 3 games, he's averaging over 20 points, which is good, but he needs to maintain that clip, in my opinion, if we're going to have any chance of making a deep run. Tobias Harris needs to make sure that he's a legit threat from all facets of the court. The good thing about Tobias Harris is when he makes quick decisions, when he's making decisions and quick actions, he's very productive. When he's dribbling too much and he's wasting time and not being decisive, he usually second guesses himself and he takes poor shots or ill-advised shots. So far, Seth Curry has been proving his worth as well, and I'm so glad he's been doing what he's doing. I want to just go through some of the numbers for the team so far. When it comes to points, Joel Embiid averages 25 for the season. Tobias Harris averaging almost 19. We need to get that to above 22, in my opinion. Seth Curry averaging 16 points per game, right around exactly where we need him to be. Ben Simmons averaging 13 points per game. Shake Milton 12 points per game. We need to get Ben Simmons' average higher. In my opinion, that needs to be in the 18 to 20 range, maybe 18 to 22 range, to be honest. I feel like he should be putting up north of 20 points per game. But his play style, he's more of a facilitator. Shake Milton has been a great story for this season so far, averaging 12 points off the bench. I got a feeling he's going to get that up a little bit more. Freaking Korkmaz, 6 points. Danny Green, almost 6 points. We need Danny Green to be a little bit more consistent from the 3-point shot. He's been very inconsistent. But when he's on, he's on. Dwight Howard giving us 5 points off the bench. Tyrese Maxey, 5 points off the bench. Again, those numbers don't seem to be overwhelming, but when you think about the flow of the game and how they've been effective, Those guys have been proving their worth, in my opinion, and this team is only going to get better. But like I said, Joel Embiid, 25 points, averaging almost 13 rebounds a game, almost 3 assists, averaging a block and a half a game. Tobias Harris, almost 19 points per game, averaging 8 boards per game, a little over 3 assists per game, and over a steal and a block per game as well. Tobias Harris has been really active, very active. You know, he's been going at the boards. You know, I really respect what he's trying to do, and I really respect Doc Rivers for really trying to get him involved early and quickly. Ben Simmons, like I said, we got to get those points per game higher. He's at a 13.5 clip, averaging almost 10 rebounds per game, and he's averaging 7 assists per game, and he's also averaging north of 1 block and 1 steal per game as well. So he's been very active. I've liked the pace this team has been playing at. I've been really excited about this team, man. They look good. The depth is there. Seth Curry is definitely showing his worth, and I'm just grateful, man. I'm just so glad this team is really looking good, and this is only the beginning. They're only going to get better. A lot of people probably don't even realize this, but they've gone undefeated at home for the entire 2020 year. That's crazy to me, man. That's crazy. But, you know, I'm really excited for the team so far through 6 games. You know, we're 5-1. Can't really ask for too much beyond that. You know, we've managed to beat the Washington Wizards, led by Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. We beat the New York Knicks, who are up and coming. We beat the Cleveland. We lost to Cleveland, who's up and coming. So we again, one of the biggest glaring things from this 6-game stretch was that drop off from production in that Cleveland game. That cannot happen, especially against an opponent like that. That cannot happen. We beat Toronto in a close game. We smacked Orlando, and we beat Charlotte, to close out. So again, we got some things. We got some things that we can hang our hats on so far through these 6 games of the season. We got Charlotte tonight, and I'm excited about that. Can't wait to watch it. Man, oh man, these Sixers, they're coming, and they're coming in hot, man. As long as we can keep everyone healthy, as long as everyone can stay productive, and as long as we can show that we're productive if Joel Embiid isn't on the court. That is a glaring thing for me. I did not like the drop off in production. I know I keep saying it, but it was glaring to me. It just seemed like that team didn't really have anything going outside of Tobias Harris, who led the team in points, rebounds, and assists. And that's just not a good look, period, for Ben Simmons, not a good look for Shake Milton, not a good look for Seth Curry, not a good look for Danny Green, not a good look for anybody. Not a good look for Doc Rivers. So we need to get this team better prepared to battle without Joel Embiid if that ever happens. But nonetheless, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. Y'all was tuned into y'all dose of Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure y'all cop up on your Chalk It Up merch as well. Again, I'm going to drop those prices for you guys to make sure everyone can get the merch at a fair price. And I appreciate you guys for so much for locking in on the content. Once again, I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And y'all was tuned in to Chalk It Up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. And let's go, Sixers.